Let's talk about foods you should avoid if you want to get the best results on the keto diet. A couple months ago, I did a video on the 20 best foods you can eat on the keto diet, and today we're going to be talking about the ones you should limit. Now, if you know anything about keto, it's probably that you have to keep your carbohydrates low, and this restriction in carbohydrates is where most of the benefits of the diet come from. This changes the way our body uses energy. Instead of focusing on carbs for energy, which are a quick energy source, but our bodies cannot store much of them, our bodies burn fat instead, which even someone who is lean has an ample supply stored through body fat. This metabolic state where you are burning mostly fat for energy is known as ketosis. And yes, low-carb diets are beneficial for weight loss, but they also have other benefits as well, including increased mental focus, decreased inflammation, and better regulated blood sugar. But it isn't all about limiting carbohydrates. There are some other sneaky foods that can be keeping you from reaching your potential on keto as well. And that's what we're going to be talking about today. And I'm also going to be giving you some alternatives. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Kate. I'm a certified health and nutrition coach. I post videos twice a week here on YouTube talking all things insulin resistance, weight loss, sleep, and more. So if you're ready to take control of your metabolic health, make sure to click that subscribe button. And you can also find me on TikTok and Instagram, where I share new posts every single day. Today's video is sponsored by 𝘾𝙊𝘾𝙃𝙄𝙉𝙎. 𝘾𝙊𝘾𝙃 is an all-in-one app that offers an educated approach to the keto diet, combining all the health and weight loss benefits into one. To save 10% off a personalized keto diet meal plan, click the link in the description box down below and use code KATE10 at checkout. So let's get right into the food list, starting off with number 15, which is bread. And yes, this might be an obvious one. No matter if it is white bread, whole grain, sourdough, all types of bread are generally off the table. This is because of their high carb content and low protein and fat content. When eating keto, the goal is to stay under 20 grams of net carbohydrates in a day, and a slice of bread is going to have upwards of 15 grams, which obviously takes up a big portion and leaves little room for carbs from other foods. Now, there are some keto breads available on the market, but I'm not really a huge fan of these. This is for a couple reasons. The first one being they usually have pretty poor ingredients. A lot of them still include wheat flour, as well as inflammatory vegetable oils. And the second reason is that even if the ingredients are pretty good and they don't contain wheat, a lot of them are made up of nut flours, such as almond flour. And yes, almonds and nuts in general are a pretty good keto food. They are low in carbs and high in fat. But almonds especially, the type of fat they contain, if you consume too much of it, it can be inflammatory. Almonds are very high in omega-6 fat. So keto breads once in a while, probably totally fine, but try not to make them a staple or else they could be taking away from the benefits of your keto diet. So instead of bread, you can try making your favorite dishes into bowls. So think burrito bowls, burger bowls. These are some of my favorite foods. You don't need the bread, just put them in a bowl instead. I totally did not mean to make that rhyme. Number 14, tropical fruit. Tropical fruit are higher in carbs and sugar than other types of fruit are. So I'm talking pineapple, mangoes, bananas. Again, these will fill up your carb allowance very quickly. Instead, opt for lower sugar fruits such as strawberries, raspberries, and kiwi. And if you are going to have a bit of tropical fruit every once in a while, one hack to remember is to always pair it with protein and fat. This will slow down the digestion, this will prevent blood sugar spikes, and help to keep you in ketosis. So have a bit of coconut butter with a banana, for example. Now, before we get into the list, I'm quickly going to tell you how 𝘾𝙊𝘾𝙃 can help you to reach your goals with keto faster. An all-in-one keto assistant, the 𝘾𝙊𝘾𝙃 app provides you a personalized keto diet meal plan, grocery list, progress tracker, workout plan, and daily motivation, equipping you with the tools you need to lose weight and achieve your goals. A team of professional nutritionists prepare your personalized keto diet meal plan based on your lifestyle, your health and nutrition needs, and also your food preferences. I know in today's video, we are obviously focusing on foods that should be avoided on keto, but there are honestly so many foods that are keto friendly. And this really is apparent when you browse through KetoCycle's over 10,000 recipes. Keto doesn't have to feel restrictive and boring. KetoCycle makes it easy. If you want to learn more about KetoCycle, click the link in the description box down below and make sure to use code KATE10 when you sign up so you can save 10%. Thank you again to KetoCycle for sponsoring this video. Number 13, oat milk. Oat milk has become very popular in recent years, but unfortunately, it is not at all keto friendly. 1 cup has upwards of 16 grams of carbohydrates. Oats are made of starch and fiber, and they have very little protein and fat. Now, we just spoke about how protein and fat can help to slow down the digestion of carbohydrates, but unfortunately, oats don't have enough of either to make a difference. What they do have is fiber, which yes, this does reduce the spike a bit, but the thing is, when it comes to oat milk, the fiber has been stripped. So the spike in blood sugar is even more dramatic, and you're gonna get kicked out of ketosis pretty quickly. So instead, you can use something like heavy cream in your coffee, which is low in carbs and high in fat. And an added bonus is it includes a type of fat known as MCTs, which can actually boost ketones. Now, if you're looking for a dairy-free alternative, then coconut milk is going to be your best option. Just make sure it's unsweetened and doesn't have any added oils. Usually coconut milks don't because they have enough fat that's naturally occurring. If you're not a fan of coconut, then other nut milks, almond, macadamia, they can be okay as well, but that's when you really need to watch out for the added sugar and especially the added oils. Number 12, honey. This one is pretty obvious. Honey is a type of sugar and is not really keto friendly. Yes, it is natural, but your body is just gonna treat it like any other type of sugar, breaking it down quickly and elevating your blood sugar, which puts your body in carb burning mode and kicks you out of ketosis. Now, if you're desperate for a sweetener, then stevia is probably my top recommendation. You can get it in a powder or liquid form and add it to your food and drinks as needed. Number 11, fruit juice. Again, this should be pretty straightforward. We spoke earlier about how with oat milk, when the fiber is removed, the spike in blood sugar is more significant, and the same goes with fruit and fruit juice. You're better off eating the fruit rather than drinking the juice. And this goes for any fruit. Number 10, dried fruit. And as we just spoke about with fruit juice, the same goes for dried fruit. When fruit is dried, the moisture is removed, meaning you're gonna get more sugar with every bite. So again, whole fruit is always gonna be the better option. Number 9, margarine. Now this is an interesting one because yes, it is high in fat and low in carbs, but no, it is not keto friendly. Margarine had its time in the spotlight for a while, mainly because it was considered to be a healthier alternative to butter, but that could not be further from the truth. The type of oils that margarine contain are extremely inflammatory and bad for our health. And because the keto diet is naturally anti-inflammatory, if you're consuming margarine and the vegetable oils that it contains, you're just gonna be taking away from the benefits. Use a quality grass-fed butter instead. Number 8, flavored yogurt. Flavored yogurts almost always have added sugar. And on top of that, they're usually made with skim milk, which is low in fat, which isn't great for keto as well. Opt for a plain yogurt and add your own fruit and toppings, or even better, choose a plain Greek yogurt because these are higher in protein. Number 7, rice. Again, this one should be pretty self-explanatory at this point. Rice is made up of mainly starch and very little fat and protein. Not ideal for keto. Some alternatives include cauliflower rice and cognac rice. Number 6, oatmeal. Okay, so we already talked about oat milk, and yes, we briefly touched on oats as well, but I needed to add it to the list on its own. It's often seen as a healthy breakfast option. However, I think that even if you're not on a keto diet, it's one of the worst breakfasts you can consume. What you break your fast with, whether that's in the morning or later in the day, is the most important food choice you're gonna make for the entire day, especially for those who are insulin resistant and diabetic. And I'll tell you why. When we're in a fasted state, and by that I mean the state we're in when we first wake up and we haven't eaten for several hours, the food we eat is broken down and absorbed more rapidly. And this is the case for oatmeal. It's broken down quickly and it causes our blood sugar to rise quickly. Not only will this kick you out of ketosis, but it will set you up for a day of big swings in blood sugar. Because when your blood sugar spikes rapidly like this, it's going to crash shortly after. And once you're on this blood sugar roller coaster, it's hard to get off. Instead, opt for breakfast foods that are high in protein and fat. Eggs are obviously a keto staple. They are absolutely great, as is avocado, salmon, chia pudding can be a good option, Greek yogurt, which we spoke about earlier. Start your day with protein and fat, and your energy and mood are going to be more stable. You're going to have fewer cravings for the entire day. Number 5, pasta. Again, a high starch food with very little protein and fat, not really great for keto. Some alternatives include zucchini noodles and cognac noodles. Number 4, low-fat products. Anything labeled as low-fat should be avoided. You need to be consuming adequate fat on keto. You can't be afraid of it. Because you're limiting carbohydrates in your diet, which are one of the body's energy sources, your body needs to be getting that energy from another source instead. And fat is the dietary alternative source. Number 2, fruit smoothies. So we already spoke about fruit and fruit juice, but fruit smoothies can be just as bad. Now, if you are a big smoothie fan, the good news is there are ways to make them more keto and blood sugar friendly. I do have a whole video on this, which I'm gonna link above. And finally, number 1 is cereal. Like oatmeal, cereal is mainly made up of carbohydrates. But even worse, most cereals have heaps of added sugar. Even healthy ones are pretty sneaky with adding it in. They use natural sugars such as honey and coconut sugar. Unfortunately, these aren't any better and they aren't keto friendly. And as we spoke about earlier, breakfast really is the most important meal of the day, no matter what time you're having it. So I know a lot of people on keto practice intermittent fasting, so they might not have breakfast first thing in the morning, but that doesn't matter. Whatever you break your fast with should be high in protein and fat and low in carbs. And I can't stress the importance of this enough. This is going to make such a big difference for your entire day. And those are the 15 foods to avoid on the keto diet. Let me know in the comment section down below if you are just getting started on keto. Did any of these foods surprise you? Let me know in the comment section down below. I love chatting with you guys. And make sure to check out Keto Cycle through the link in the description box down below and use code KATE10 at checkout to save 10%. If you did enjoy this video, you might also enjoy my video on the best 20 foods you can eat on keto. You can check it out here. If you want to catch up on my most recent upload, you can find it here. And if you want to check out my coaching programs, including my Keto Start program, you can check it out here. Thanks guys, I'll see you next time. Bye.